I'm Kwegyirba Croffie for It's Relevant News. Welcome to Candidate Profiles. I'd like to thank Representative Chris Perone for joining me today in the studio for a conversation. Thanks for coming down today.
I appreciate it.
No
Thank you for the invitation.
problem. So we're going to jump right into it. What are your top three legislative priorities going in, if you're elected for this next term?
Well, I think we've gotten off to a good start on job creation, but at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is make companies more productive, make them more competitive in the region, but also around the country and internationally. So it's really about helping them with their tax burden, helping to remove red tape. It's and basically allowing them to let them do what they do best. And I think that's been a big priority. But certainly the healthcare exchange in Connecticut has been very successful. So we want to make sure that we continue to provide access, affordable access to affordable care, rather. Sorry, and that's so. And the third is I think for really second place, as because you said three. Right. It's really between education and healthcare, and then the last is transportation. We need to the Metro North moves 38 million people a year through this area, and we have a bridge that only works occasionally, the Norwalk Walk Bridge. So we just earmarked we just received 161 million in Sandy relief money to get that started. We need to fix that and get that moving.
So let's dive into transportation, because that was one of the topics I want to talk about. Everyone knows whether it's Metro North or I-95 that you're either going to get stuck in traffic or you might not get to your destination. Right. So why is it important to make sure that those things are up and running, and why is it important to take a legislative role in that?
Because companies and frankly communities, we're trying to get our workforce to and from work in under a day, and I'm being a little glib, but it is a fact that this particular corridor through Fairfield County is a bottleneck, and so what we're trying to do is by increasing the interchanges on I-95, the deceleration lanes that we've been adding, trying to improve the Metro North service. Hope to someday electrify the Danbury line, so it's people don't have to change trains down in South Norwalk. The train could just come through continuously through South Norwalk and just keep going. These are things that are going to help our overall transportation infrastructure, and that's why it's so critical, because it makes us less competitive overall if we can't move our workforce to and from where they work, and frankly just to be able to shop on the weekends, to get cleats for your kids' soccer team, so.
Right, and like you were saying, the walk bridge that doesn't open 2 or 3 times. Why that's such a critical? We've heard it throughout. Yeah. It seems like months now. We've heard that walk bridge is really something that needs to be fixed, and now there's money earmarked for that. There
is, and right now the way it's set up is it requires something like 30 people to come out and move this bridge manually. I don't quite understand why, but it is a very cumbersome process to open this bridge and then close it. It was it's technology that was state-of-the-art technology during Teddy Roosevelt's administration. It was it's an antique. We like antiques, especially Fairfield County, I guess, but not when it comes to transportation. So I think it's really time to. That's been not only do you have to get rid of it for transportation reasons, but also it's a working river, and there are between just different companies need to have access to their goods or whatever it is they're exporting, and when you can only open it a couple of times a month now, then it becomes tougher for everybody. So we got to replace it.
Right. Perfect. So next is bullying. So we're nearing the end of October, but October is National Bullying Prevention Month. Do you feel like there's a role state representatives should play to reducing bullying among our young people, especially in schools?
Clearly, I mean, bullying is so just demoralizing for kids. It can be a real strain on middle school, high school, even elementary school. It's tough enough. And I remember last year I spoke to a group of 4th graders. And we'd talk a little bit about the world and this and that, but then bullying came up, and everybody's hand went up. I mean, it's something even at that age, kids are very concerned about. And I think that having just asking, putting more requirements on the schools to have systems in place that reach out to kids that maybe really feel that they're really being singled out or picked on or bullied. I think you go a long way towards helping that young kid make sure that they feel that the school is there to help them. They feel safe. They can continue doing their work, and so it is something that the state can definitely take on.
Great. So then another kind of education question is, we're talking about that early childhood education is important in closing the achievement gap. Why do you feel like the state has a role in that, making schools successful in Norwalk and across kind of the state and our Fairfield County?
Yeah, I mean, my son goes to Jefferson here in Norwalk, and it's a school that has done very well. I think that the staff has been great, the principal's been great, the teachers are really good. But it's like the state has we just got 70 pre-K slots for Norwalk. Now there are a lot of studies, but basically they all say that I don't want to generalize, but most of the studies say that if the child is not reading by third grade, not reading at proficiency by third grade, that child has a real strike against them in terms of being able to finish school in a successful way. So by having a pre-K, I think that the state is really putting its money where its mouth is, saying this has to be our priority. This is how we're going to, one of the ways we're going to help close the achievement gap and help make our students' academic careers more successful.
That's the last one. What excites you about representing the people that you represent and representing this area?
I love getting out and talking to folks about the issues, because going door to door, or calling people on the phone when they least expect it when you're campaigning, you really get a sort of a broad view of where people what their concerns are, and I think any honest legislator will tell you that. Assuming they're honest, any honest legislator will tell you that having that a lot of the best ideas come from these interactions. That come from talking to folks directly about their concerns, and I think that's our job is to represent. So our job is to, frankly, sometimes shut up and listen, and and you get really good feedback, and sometimes on a local level, somebody coming to you with ideas on how to improve DECD, or these the Department of Economic Community Development up in Hartford, or their access to, or the experience they went through for trying to get a loan or a grant or something for their small business. I mean, these are things that are invaluable to us, because we need to understand. It's almost like marketing research in a way, but and the difference is that these are people's lives that we're directly affecting through legislation. So it's much deeper than that.
You're all done. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It was great to be here.
Great talking to you.
Thank you.